Hi, all my smell good friends. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. So I'm downstairs in my wax lair, wax basement, wax heaven, wax haven. I don't know. I guess I need to come up with a particular name for it. But my scent room. A couple people have asked for a wax tour, but I feel like I need to organize a little better before I do a wax tour because it ain't cute. I mean, I have everything organized, but it's still kind of chaos. I'm actually going to have my daughter come over at one point as it gets cooler and help me go through some of my candles because I want to destash some of them, which I'm trying to destash some of my wax, but it is not going well. Like, nobody's biting. And I have this wax marked down for like half what I paid for it. It's all good wax. I mean, I picked it up all during 2024, so it's not that old. Nobody's biting. So I don't know. I feel like when it comes to wax destashes, everybody wants Teddy Bees, and there's so much other good wax out there. People are running to grab Salt Mountain Melts these days too because you can't get it anymore. Sassy Girl Aroma, I think, destashes pretty well. But, oh, and Second and Spruce. Those are what everybody wants. And I try to mix it up so it's a nice mix of wax, but they're not moving. But anyway, all that to say that before I do a tour, I need to have a little bit more organization going on than what I do currently. So I'm working on it. This is kind of just like a storage area for me. So I never really care what it looks like down here. But I do keep it organized. It's just like I said, it's kind of organized chaos. I'm kind of jealous of the people who just have smaller collections, to be quite honest. Yeah, I wish mine was more like that. Anyway, what I have going on here today is a fun for me anyway, fun haul from Kringle Candle. If you have been with me for any length of time, you know that Kringle Candle is my favorite candle company. That doesn't mean I don't have a ton of Bath & Body Works. That doesn't mean I don't have a ton of Goose Creek. That doesn't mean I don't have a ton of Yankee Candle. I have other candles, guys. I do. I have a few Nests sitting in between things. They're a little pricey, so I don't have a ton of those. I think I have one Volupsa sitting on the shelf. But yeah, I have a ton of other brands. But Kringle has won my heart over the years, especially when they changed over to 100% soy. Not just the soy, but the customer service is unparalleled. I don't get that kind of service with Bath & Body Works. I get pretty good service with Goose Creek, but I have lessened my purchasing from Goose Creek over the years because I get a lot of sooting out of their candles. There are some fragrances I really love from Goose Creek, and the labels do catch me from time to time. In fact, fall is my jam, and I probably will be placing an order with Goose Creek soon for some of the fall because they're on my favorites there, and I do want to try some of the new. But I'm waiting for a better sale. They've been doing a lot of $11.50 sales, and I know there's a 6 for $60 coming. Give me some $10 candles, and then I will bite. I'm not paying $11.50 each. It's not happening. And Bath & Body Works, I've picked up some fall. In fact, I've shared a fall haul recently and some Halloween. So, and then Christmas, they get me too. So, they still get me. It's just Kringle. Kringle has won me. It's an American company. They manufacture their candles in American land. This CEO is very active in his Facebook group, on social media. He listens to feedback. He participates in some of his ambassadors' lives. He listens to us, and I'm just realizing that I have a lot of glare on my glasses. Sorry about that. I forget I have those lights right over me. Anyway, there's so many reasons. Hi, Jersey. I have one of my bins sitting next to me. You can see it there. I had to move my Second and Spruce wax out of the way, so it's sitting right there. Anyway, yeah, there's so many reasons. I could go on and on about why they're my favorite company. I've shared it before. What I have here, guys, is my Halloween haul. So if you're excited to see it, as excited as I am to share it, stay tuned. Two lovebirds today. It's Domino's birthday weekend, so Jersey's here chilling with him. They're playing with he's going to play with that doggy toy, which is almost as big as him. He got some new toys this weekend. He got some doggy birthday cake, and he got some special stuff this weekend. A new bone, all the good stuff, and some extra love. Kringle they do a special Halloween release every year, and the last 2 years, they've done a 2-part release. So there's kind of been a little bit of something for everyone, although last year Their second release was heftily floral, and I didn't buy any of those candles. The only one I was interested in sold out super fast, so I didn't get my hands on it. It was like the little black cat on the pumpkin or something like that. It was the only scent that I was remotely interested in, being a bakery gourmand girl, and it sold out so fast, and they didn't restock it, so I did not get my hands on that one. The rest of the lineup, and this is the ombre jars I was talking about, the rest of the lineup was heftily floral, and I thought I may go ahead and grab one or two of them just to have in my collection if they got marked down, but I ended up not doing it. And then they also released, I think what they called the same as this year, as the Spellbound collection. It looked different last year. They had like the large, more country style type jars. They were black. They had like spells on them, and they were kind of cool, but again, none of the scents really were calling my name, so I didn't end up picking up any of those either, even though some got deeply discounted. But I did take part in the regular Halloween release, which is, you know, that is the meat and potatoes of the Halloween release. It's all the spooky and the scary labels, and I am so here for it. I love all things spooky. I love horror things, and Halloween is my absolute favorite holiday. And so this release is just, it's my jam. It's my jam. I add to my collection every year. I wish I could afford all of them, but I can't. I mean, these candles aren't cheap. They're $34 a piece. And I know some people complain about how much they are, but if you look at the retail prices on Bath & Body Works candles, they are close to that price. I mean, they're Halloween candles. Some of them are higher. They're like going on $40. Did they release one that was like $42.50? Like, come on. And you know some people are paying that. Now, we know, if we're big Bath & Body Works fans, we know wait around for a sale. We can get those juicy candles for like $10, $11, right? Of course. But some people don't know that, and they're paying that price. So when you think about the retail price in some of their candles, which run between $27 and $40, I don't feel like Kringle is that far off. They're not priced like Nest candles, which you get like a tiny little Nest candle. That's $50, okay? So I feel like these are worth it. I know people say they're expensive, but I feel like it's worth it. That said, I can't afford to buy like 10 candles at $34 a piece. Although I did buy almost 10 candles. Maybe I should have said 20. They did release 20 candles. So they brought back 8 returning fragrances. And I did pick up some of those. And they brought in 12 new fragrances. So there were 20. I picked up 9. Yeah, I picked up 9. And I still have my eye on a few more. But I'm going to wait and see if they get discounted. If they make it to discount, I will get them. If they don't make it to discount, you know, maybe they'll come back another time. Anyway, let's get into my order. Kringle did do a second part release this year, and they went a little cutesy. They did a 2-parter again in their second release. They also did another Spellbound release, this time in white jars. Not the country style as much, but more like the 3-wick style, but they're 2-wick, so kind of like those jars, a little taller. Aesthetically, I'm not loving them. They kind of have like this faded label, and I'm not loving them. And there was only one scent that I thought sounded good to me, and that was called Inner Fire, and it was an orange scent, an orange cinnamon scent, and I thought that's calling my name. But the reviews are coming in, and it sounds like it's a red hot cinnamon, and it's mostly red hot cinnamon and not so much of that bright, juicy orange I was hoping to get. So again, if it gets majorly discounted, and I have a feeling we will see the Spellbound candles go discounted, I may pick up 1 or 2 of those just because they're cheap and I want to try them out. But I don't really have my eyes on them. And then they released what they're calling the Boo Crew. And that was in the ombre jars again. Super cutesy artwork. Super, super cute. I do think they said they were AI generated. So I know some people have a problem with that because, you know, artists aren't being paid. I don't particularly feel either way because I do think, you know, even though AI is being generated a lot, there's a person working on that behind it. So there still is someone working there. Is it quite the same? No, and I understand how people feel about that. But I just don't get as hyped up about it as some people do. And not to say that your thoughts aren't invalidated, because they absolutely are, and you have the right to feel like you do, but I just don't get bent out of shape over it. I think some of the AI generated images are pretty cool, and so I'm okay with it. I know that there are people working behind the scenes, working with it. It just doesn't happen magically by itself. I mean, it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't too. There is someone working there. I don't remember what video he talked about it in, but I know Kent kind of went over this and talked about it, and he is a designer himself. So he kind of talked about it, and he kind of put a new perspective on it. And if you happen to see that video or find it, take a look at that video, because I thought that was really, really nice. And now I'm thinking maybe that wasn't in a video on his YouTube. It might have been a live, but he talked about it, and I thought he put a great perspective on it. But I thought the labels were cute. And apparently other people did too, because most of them sold out. There were like 7 new candles. Last time I checked, 6 were gone. So 1 was left. And the one that was left, I didn't pick up because it sounded more like a summer scent, and I didn't really want another summer scent because I'm kind of over summer scents right now. But it kind of sounded like a scent I would actually enjoy. So I don't know. I don't know if it'll make it to markdown. I don't think it will, because they all just sold out so fast. Some sold out within like 9 minutes. I mean, quicker than that, I think. It was crazy. But I did place an order for 5 of those. So they'll be coming soon, and I'll have those to share. But this is the spooky release one that released the beginning of August. I think it was August 1st. They released them at 12:01 a.m. And I stayed up late. It was a work night, but luckily I worked from home the following Friday. So I stayed up late. I got my order in. I was tired next day, but I was happy. And let's get into what I got. First in my box was my note. Terry, thank you, enjoy. Jamie, happy Halloween. Where do you get a handwritten note with your candle order? I love that. Jamie Fenimore is one of the packers at Kringle. She puts these little notes in your order often, and often she'll include a cheesy joke, and they just make me laugh. They make me smile, and I just love that service. I also picked up a wax melt because I wanted to see what this smelled like. I've been hearing a lot of people say that this is more boozy than cake. So I wanted to get my nose on it, and I thought, let me just throw a wax melt in my cart and see what I think. Don't have the scent notes here because they don't put it on this packaging. But I was really hoping I would like it because I really do want the candle, and I really wanted to experience a really yummy, delicious apple cake. I will say it is rum heavy. There is a ton, especially on the bottom, there is a ton of rum in this. I think I would probably still like it because rum doesn't, it's not one of those scents where I'm like, ugh, I don't really hate rum. In fact, I really like it in things like pina colada. But I need that bakery note to be stronger. I need the bakery note to be stronger. So I'm going to warm it, see what I think when I warm it. And if I fall in love, I'm going to get the candle. Love the design. The candle has the same design. But I need more bakery in this. I really want to smell this with just a little bit of rum, So I'll see. But I thought I'd grab that and see what that was all about. I also grabbed a 4-wick while I was at it because they were on sale. These retail at, some are $39.95, I think it is, and some are, no, are they $45? They're $45. I think they retail for $45, and this was on sale for $31.50. And then I think they have some that are $50 that are in the black, like reserve jars. This is my baby 4-wick this time in the scent Gorgeous. I love the scent. It's basically a pumpkin spice latte scent. The notes are pumpkin spice, citrus, pumpkin, cinnamon, nut, spice, and vanilla. These have beautiful, I don't know, it's kind of shiny. Let me take it off. Beautiful, hefty Kringle lids. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh, I can smell it. Oh, it smells so good. 4-wick, soy wax. So soy wax tends to look a little weird to some. Doesn't bother me. Just give me all the scent. Oh my gosh. It's just a fantastic gourmand pumpkin spice latte scent. And that label, guys. That label. Beautiful. It's beautiful. I've burned a number of these. It's a favorite. I always pick it up from Kringle. It's part of their core lineup, and I love it. It's only been with Kringle for a few years. It hasn't been around super long, but it stuck around, thank goodness. And I just knew with the sale, I had to have 4-wick. I almost picked up salted maple pumpkin as well. Almost. I don't know. I'm thinking the sale's probably almost over. I could have picked it up in that second Halloween release, but I didn't. So I have my eyes on that one. It'll come home with me soon. Maybe during another sale, but not yet. All right. Halloween candles. I picked up candy corn. This is a repeat for me. I will say the one that I burned was the original release, and I really enjoyed the original release. I know a lot of people talked about how it wasn't very strong, but I got good performance out of mine. But over the years, this formulation has changed, and the label has changed over the years as well. Does this have scent notes on the bottom? Yes. Rich caramel, golden honey, sweet praline, nutmeg, cinnamon, creamy vanilla, and toasted almond. So a lot of people are saying that this smells like... Is it Marshmallow Morning? Do I have it on my shelf over there? Let me see if I have it. On cold, I'm not totally getting that. I do have it. It's another favorite, so I do have it. No. I mean, I can see similarities because this is kind of sweet and, you know, kind of ooey gooey, but I definitely get more marshmallow in this. I know a lot of people are saying they sound exact or smell exactly alike, but it's definitely similar. And I kind of could see how they say, do I have that one too? Sprinkled macarons. They're also comparing it to this. So, well, you know, people have said that these two pretty much smell similar. This is just a stronger version. I've burned both. I feel like this one, I like this one a little bit better than Marshmallow Morning. This one just smells a little bit creamier to me. No, because you know what I'm getting is a little bit of that nutmeg note, and I feel like that nutmeg just kind of changes this a little bit. But I can get what people are saying about them being similar. I get that. And now I've got my lids all mixed up. That one's marshmallow. No, that one's sprinkled macaron. That one's candy corn. That one's Marshmallow Morning. Got all my lids mixed up now. Oh man, I want to smell this. Okay, it's so good, so good. This one tends to go in and out of stock, so this one's harder to get your hands on, but I think this smells a little bit different. But they are similar. I get it, but does this smell genuinely like candy corn to me? Honestly, I think their original version smelled more like candy corn, and I wish they hadn't changed it. And I understand why they did, because a lot of people were saying they didn't get good throw. But mine sat around for a year before I burned it, and I loved it. So I kind of wish they would go back to that, but this is good, and I love the label. So if they mark this down, I may grab another. Love that. It's just beautiful, but we'll see. We have the Exorcism. Look at that label. Wow. Spooky, right? Have you guys seen The Exorcist? So this one has notes of bergamot, which I don't love bergamot. Eerie lemon, eucalyptus. I don't love eucalyptus. Black tea, ding, 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 you got me. Cucumber, depends. Haunted rose, I like rose. Cursed cedarwood, beeswax. I'm not sure what kind of note that's supposed to be. Amber and earthy musk. So perfumey, tea. Is there going to be some sharp notes in this? Maybe a cologne note. Yeah, I like this. I do get that bergamot. But I get the musk and the amber too, and they kind of like even kill each other out. I do get a pretty tea note. This is pretty, but it also has like a depth to it, like a bit of earthiness. And it's got to be that cedar wood. The eucalyptus, I'm not getting real strong. It's there, but it's not like overpowering like eucalyptus can be. I do get that bergamot pretty well. A little bit of lemon, I do. Yeah. These are very conceptual scents, so they may not be everyone's jam, but I honestly purchase these more so. I get them for the scents too, but some of them I will buy just for the label. I have no shame in that because I just want these in my collection because I just love, I mean, the mixture You guys know I love British Creepy Treasures and Vendor Wax. I love the mixture of the spooky and the scent together. Two of my favorite things. Hello. Killer Clown. Oh my God. Case in point. You know why I bought this one? This guy right here. That's why I bought this one. I don't expect to like this fragrance at all. So we have ginger bats, apple, fanged fig, purplish plum, anise, milky skin. What is that? I'm thinking milky, right? Peach, warm honey, tonka bean, and dark vanilla. Sometimes I just have no clue what something's going to smell like when Kringle lists their scent notes. I really should have brought the descriptions down because they do help a little bit because they also include a description. But just reading the scent notes, it's really hard to tell. So the ginger scares me a little. The fig, I heard that this one is fig heavy, and I am not a fan of fig. So we have ginger, fig, anise. Like, those are scents that I don't like. I do love plum. I do love apple. Whatever this milky scent is. Peach. I mean, Kringle's done some peach candles well, so I don't have a problem with that. Honey, depending, but I think it's just going to be a supporting note in this. Tonka bean and vanilla are fine. Super, by the way, I did not show, but white wax. I do have the old candles that had the black wax. The jars are more translucent now. It's kind of hard to tell on camera. You can see my phone shining in there, but yeah. Yeah, I do get a lot of fig. I don't really pick up the anise, but what am I getting that's like really strong in here besides the fig? Maybe it's that milky note. There's something that's kind of coming across to my nose that's kind of green and stemmy. And I don't know what it is. I don't really pick up ginger. The ginger and the anise I don't get. I do get a lot of fig. I do pick up a little bit of plum. And I do get the sweetness of the honey. And I'm getting what's coming across as kind of a milky vanilla. But I'm also getting, I'm not really picking up peach. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, there's something very stemmy. Very like stemmy to me in there. So something kind of green and stemmy. And I don't love it. But I don't care. Because I didn't buy it for the scent. I bought it for him. He's totally giving me AHS vibes. Like, totally giving me American Horror Story vibes. And I'm here for it. He's going to be sitting front and center on my shelf. Lemon Fog. This one's giving me all the Jack the Ripper vibes. Look at that label. It is insane. I love the light shining in the background. The light kind of glowing around him. The knife in his hand. There's some blood on the walk there. You can tell he's not in the USA. He's obviously in England. My boss is from England. So the scent notes on this are amber, floral, bergamot. We got a daggone bergamot again. Saffron, moss, and amber. Lots of amber. This is beautiful. I would wear this. This is perfumey, but not overly done. Like some perfumey candles can be so strong and so nauseating to me. This is gorgeous. The amber in this is warm and it's nice. Floral, yes. I wonder what the florals are. It's so pretty. It has such a sweetness about it. The amber is coming across to me as quite sweet. It's so pretty. This one, if this one makes it to markdown, I don't know if it will. If it makes it to markdown, I'm going to grab another. Because I think I'm really going to enjoy burning that one. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Probably not something I want to burn in the fall, but it's gorgeous. This one's not going to surprise you. We were limited to only getting 2. If I could have got 3, I would have, but we were limited to getting 2, so I got 2 Pumpkinhead. This one sold out pretty quickly. It was gone in about 10 minutes. It was gone. We knew it was going to be the most popular one because it was the most gourmand out of all of them. This is pumpkin spice, orange, cinnamon, clove, and vanilla. It also was the only pumpkin candle we had seen for the fall lineup up until now. So it was like, besides the core scent, All of Kringle's fall lineup, I really wasn't interested in any of them except for this one. And then I don't even know if I'm going to like that one, but we'll see. But most of them were kind of consensual, outdoorsy, woodsy, and just not my vibe. I kind of wish they had split it up a little bit more. They only released 6 candles this year, and usually they do 12. But, you know, they did away with the country candles, and I think a lot of us were hoping to see 12 Kringle candles, and that didn't happen. So we only got 6, and they all kind of leaned one way, if you ask me, except for this one. But this one has a lot of booze in it, so I don't know. But this one excited people. This one excited people. Plus, look at that label. Come on. Oh my God. I love the orange note in this. This reminds me a little bit of Homeworks Autumn Pumpkin. Not the same scent for sure, but Autumn Pumpkin also has that pumpkin note with that little bit of bright orange in it. And this has more of a spiciness to it. It's definitely a pumpkin spice with a little bit of orange to it. The orange is not overly out there, but I wonder if it'll open up a little bit on warm because I feel like the Autumn Pumpkin one does. I really like the pumpkin spice in this. You know, nothing earth-shatteringly different, but, you know, I love scents like this. So I got 2 of this guy, and oh my God, look at that label. Oh my gosh, the labels. I love them. So the next one up here we have is a returning scent. I think it might be the only, no, Candy Corn was returning. I was going to say, is this the only one I got in returning? Candy Corn was returning, but this one I picked up too. It'd been a while since I burned this, so I don't remember a ton about it, but I think I liked it. So I went ahead and got another one. There is a new label this time around. This is Poison Apple. Oh my gosh, I love that label. It's giving me all the fairy tale vibes, right? Wow. It's beautiful. These labels, Kringle really outdid themselves this year. So we have Apple Bergamot again. What is going on with the Bergamot and Amber this year? Apple Blossom, Lily of the Valley, Jasmine, Amber, Vanilla, and Wood. There's a lot of floral going on here. I do like this. I like this a lot. You get apple the strongest. It's definitely an apple candle. No ifs, ands, or but. It's an apple candle. I do pick up some floral, but it's not overly floral. I would not pick this up and say, oh, this is floral. No, like it's there, but it's subtle. A little bit of woodsiness for sure, but I don't really get a cologne vibe from the Bergamot. I think in this one it's leaning a little bit more citrus. But I get that apple. And it's kind of like a little bit of an overly ripe apple, which kind of makes sense for the vibe Kringle's going for. Does this have amber? Because I'm not... It does have amber. Yeah, I get the amber, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's very tempered. Yeah, this is just a really lovely apple scent. Like I said, a little bit overly ripe apple, but it fits this situation perfectly, I think. And again, if this one gets marked down, I may pick up another so I can burn that this year and still have one in my collection, because I find it so hard to burn these because I love the artwork so much. Next we have Mummy Marshmallow. I was going to get 2 of these, but reviews were coming in and it sounded like this one was smokier than I wanted it to be. And I did not like Warm and Toasty. I know people are comparing the 2. They're saying they're not the same, but they are comparing them. Marshmallow, cinnamon, clove bud, birch, earthy, mosses, cedarwood, musk, oak, patchouli, and vanilla bean. A lot of notes. Yeah, this one, it's like Warm and Toasty with that cedarwood. That cedarwood is so strong in these candles. If it wasn't for the cedarwood being so strong, and I like it there. I just wish it wasn't as strong as it is. I really wish it was just kind of there, adding a nice woodsy vibe. But it is just, it's pungent. It's so strong with the cedarwood. It's hard to pick up a lot of it does have oak in it as well, but it's cedarwood I'm picking up. Because it's that same cedarwood note I get in Warm and Toasty that was just, oh my gosh, it just took over that candle. I don't really pick up a lot of marshmallow. It's the first note listed. First note listed. A little bit of moss, yeah, but not overly so. Just adds a little bit of earthiness to this besides the wood notes in here. But overwhelmingly cedarwood. I'm getting a lot of cedarwood. Love the label. Super cool. Love that. Just wish that it wasn't so cedarwood heavy. I don't mind cedarwood. Just, or maybe even add a little bit of apple to that. Bring out the marshmallow more. Add a little bit of apple and tone down that cedarwood a little. That would have been righteous. Last candle I got, last one here, you guys, is Trick or Treat. I feel like this one is not getting a lot of love. Not getting a lot of love. Look at that label. Little girl about to go up to the haunted house. It's all lit up. Love that. Love that. This one has been released a couple of times over the years. So I do have the older versions here, and we'll talk about those too. So this has walnut liqueur, cocoa powder. So walnut liqueur, cocoa powder on one note. Mocha latte, dark chocolate truffle, creamy fudge, vanilla cream, raw sugar crystal, and dark caramel. Say no more. I know not everybody loves chocolate and candles, but I do. I love this. I love what that walnut liqueur cocoa powder brings. That walnut liqueur, what that brings to this. Yeah, I get that note strong. I almost get like a coconut vibe, and there's no coconut in here, but I get a little bit of coconut here. I do pick up the mocha. It is kind of creamy, but it doesn't really give me mocha latte, but I do get like that creamy fudge note here. Caramel, yeah. This smells like the most delicious. I don't know where I'm getting that coconut from, but I feel like I get coconut in there too. Maybe that walnut liqueur cocoa powder is leaning a little bit that way. I love this. Most delicious chocolate candy, like your mixed chocolate candy bag. You go to Costco and you pick up that bag that has mostly the chocolate scents in it, a little bit of Almond Joy, because I'm kind of getting a little bit of coconut in here. That's what this gives me. I love it. And speaking of Almond Joy, this was one of the prior releases called Trick or Treat. This was in the 3-wick. Super cute. I'm going to miss these candle jars so much. They've also discontinued these. This one does not have scent notes on it, but this one was similar, but this one does have coconut in it. Oh yeah, this one smells different. I feel like this one smells a little bit more coconutty than this does. Yeah, I swear I'm getting a little bit like an Almond Joy. I get it. More so than I do in this one. This one's been sitting for a little bit, and honestly, this one has changed scent over time. I don't know that I'm loving this as much anymore, but this one was kind of like your mixed bag of like chocolate, coconut, praline type of candies as well, but it definitely smells very different. So that was a prior release, and then we have this one in the big, tall, kind of reserved looking jar, Trick or Treat. Look at that label. Also a favorite label of mine. I love that. And this one, I don't know if it has scent notes on it, but this one, it doesn't. This one's apple. It's an apple scent. Yeah, you definitely get apple in this. It's kind of a perfumey apple. Definitely a perfumey apple. Again, I don't know what the scent notes are, but very different than this year's release, for sure. But I love it. I feel like it's not getting love, but I'm thinking about getting another because I love how that smells. And I kind of want to keep my collection, so I want to burn one. Anyway, you guys, that's my candle haul from Kringle. Yeah, I might have went a little bit crazy, but I didn't get them all. I got less than half, so I'm feeling too bad about that. But I do have some plans to pick up some additional if they make it to clearance. If they do. Pumpkinhead, of course, will not because it's sold out. And some of these, like Trick or Treat, did sell out originally. But now it's been restocked. There was another one I think that sold out. A Sleepy Hollow sold out and it's done. I have the original Sleepy Hollow, so I don't... The scent I have in my Sleepy Hollow jar is different than the one that's been released in the last few years past. Mine is more like that a licorice kind of scent, so I have not burned mine. Which I think they kind of switched out for Graveyard Shift. Because my Graveyard Shift is the original. It has more like that pumpkin, spiced pumpkin scent. And I think in later years, I don't remember what Graveyard Shift had in it, but they changed the scent. Killer Clown, I don't need another of. London Fog, I would definitely get another. Pumpkinhead, if there was a chance, I would. Poison Apple, I would definitely pick up another. And Trick or Treat, like I said. And Candy Corn, only if it goes super, super cheap. Because, like I said, I really love the original better. Oh, the Exorcism. I think I would get another one of this one, too. Because I think this is a great tea scent. That'll do it. If you picked up anything from this launch, let me know what you got. Let me know what your favorites are. Do you ever pick up candles like I do just because you fall in love with the label? Just because it's a certain collection, like the Halloween collection? Do you do that? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know. And if you're loving Kringle Candle Company, please share that with the rest of us. We'd love to know. And guys, that'll do it for my Halloween candle haul. I will have my Boo Crew candle haul to share, hopefully soon. Of course, it'll be a little bit probably before that ships because they sold out so quickly. That'll probably keep them busy for a bit. They are doing a relaunch on that. So if you are one of the ones that wanted to purchase some of the Boo Crew, sorry guys, I get a little bit fidgety because my legs and back tend to hurt when I sit on the floor down here, which is why I don't film down here that much. But if you were one of the ones interested in purchasing from the Boo Crew collection and missed out, they are restocking. Kringle did release some social media video that they are going to restock. That's coming in October. So there's still another chance. I would get on early. Pay attention to Kringle's social media. If you haven't joined the Facebook group, do so. There's lots of good info there. But they do post on Instagram and stuff like that. And I think TikTok too. I don't really do TikTok much. I get on there because my daughter does it a lot. So she sends me lots of links. And so I go on that way. But I don't really do TikTok. It's just too young for me, I think. I'm just an old lady. But if you missed out, it's coming in October. So pay attention to the social media and find out what date that will be. And then I would get on there early in case there's another sellout. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this content today, will you please give me a thumbs up? I would really, really appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a great one. Bye-bye.